Have you ever wondered what really makes a student successful? Is it just raw talent? Or is there something more to it? Something we can actually measure? Well, today, we're putting on our detective hats. We're going to go on a journey deep into the data to crack the code of student success, digging through thousands of records to find the hidden clues that lead to top exam scores.
So, what is it? What's the secret sauce for acing an exam? Is it just about locking yourself in a room and studying for hours and hours? Or maybe is there a smarter way to play the game? We are about to find out. You know, the answers are all right here, just waiting for us, buried deep inside the data. So our mission is pretty simple. We're going to piece it all together and finally solve this puzzle of what it takes to achieve academic greatness.
Okay, every good investigation needs a solid plan, right? Here's ours. We'll start by inspecting the evidence, then we'll create a profile of our main target, the exam score itself. After that, we'll start connecting the clues. And finally, we'll wrap it all up in our detective's final report. Let's dive in.
Every investigation starts at the scene of the crime. For us, data detectives, that means cracking open the case file and taking a really good look at the raw data we're dealing with.
And here we go, our first peek at the evidence. Think of each row as a different student, and each column as a potential clue. We've got everything from their age and gender to their study habits, and of course, the most important piece of the puzzle, the exam score. This is ground zero. All right, first things first. Before we go any further, we have to make sure our evidence is reliable. Has it been tampered with? Are there any missing pieces? And you know what? We are in luck. This dataset is squeaky clean. No missing values, no duplicates, no red herrings. That means we can trust what we find. And just to give you a sense of scale, this isn't some small-time case. We're looking at a massive investigation here, with data from over 630,000 students. That is a huge pool of evidence to work with. And for every single one of those students, we have 13 different clues, or variables if you want to get technical, to look at. That gives us a really rich, detailed picture to build our case. So, we've got all our evidence in order. Now it's time to zero in on our main target, the exam score. Let's build a profile. What can these numbers really tell us? Let's check the vitals. The average score is sitting right around 62.5. But look at the range. We've got scores from a low of about 20 all the way up to a perfect 100. And the median, that's the score right smack in the middle of the pack, is 62.6. That tells me the scores are pretty nicely spread out. These two charts give us an even better look. The one on the left basically shows us that big ol' hump is where most students are scoring, right in that 60 to 70 range. Then the box plot on the right confirms it, showing that the bulk of the scores are all clustered together in the middle. Okay, we're starting to get a really good profile of our target. Okay, this is where it gets really fun. This is where the detective work truly begins. We've got our target profiled, and now it's time to start connecting the dots. Let's find out which of our clues are the real game changers for getting a good exam score. So, out of all this information we have, what are the heavy hitters? It's time to separate the signal from the noise and find our strongest leads. And there it is, our first major break in the case. This heat map might look complicated, but it's basically a web of connections. The brighter, hotter the color, the stronger the link. And I want you to look right there at that bright orange square where study hours meets exam score. That, my friends, is our smoking gun, a correlation of 0.76. That's a massive lead. It's telling us loud and clear that putting in more study time is strongly linked to getting better scores. But hold on, we're not done yet. A good detective follows up on every lead. Study hours are obviously a huge piece of the puzzle, but what else is going on here? Let's dig into some of these other habits, like how students study and how well they sleep. Now this chart tells a really interesting story. It's not just about how much you study, it's also about how you study. Look at this. Students who use coaching methods consistently score higher. That suggests that having some guided learning, getting access to an expert, it can give you a pretty big edge. The way you study really, really matters. Okay, let's look at another habit, sleep. And wow, the evidence here is just crystal clear. Students who report having good sleep quality are consistently scoring higher than those with average or poor sleep. It's simple, really. A well-rested mind is a high-scoring mind. And what about the student's environment? Well, This chart takes a look at the rating of the school's facilities from low to high, and you can see this clear, beautiful upward trend. As the facility rating gets better, the median exam scores climb right along with it. It just goes to show that having access to better resources can really create an environment where it's just easier to succeed.
All right, we've inspected the evidence, we've profiled our target, and we've connected the crucial clues. It is time to put it all together and file our final report on what really drives student success.
So, what's the final verdict? Our investigation points to one factor that stands head and shoulders above the rest: study hours. It is king, is the single biggest predictor of success we found. But it's not the whole story. Smart habits like using a coaching method and, yes, getting good sleep have a huge impact too. And of course, a good learning environment definitely helps. As for things like gender or which course a student takes, turns out they were just red herrings in this particular case.
So we've cracked this case. We've uncovered the key factors that are linked to student success. But it makes you wonder, what if we could take this one step further? What if we could use all this knowledge to actually predict how a student will do before they even take the exam? Well, that sounds like a case for another day. Thanks for joining me on this investigation.